They've done the research, they've had the call, they believe the track record is real. They've read the documents, and yet they're still waiting. Waiting for what exactly? That's the question I always ask. And the answer is almost always the same. Perfect conditions that are never going to come. It's always some version of the same thing. I want to wait until things settle down, until the market is more stable, until I have a clearer picture. I say this with respect, and I say it because I've watched this pattern cost people more than almost any bad investment decision ever has. Perfect conditions never come. Let me show you what waiting actually costs. Not in theory and numbers. Same investor, same $100,000, same 10% annual return on the growth track where returns compound instead of paying out as income. The only difference is when they start. Investor A starts today, over 20 years, and that $100,000 grows to over $670,000. And investor B waits 10 years to start. Same amount, same rate, but only 10 years of compounding instead of 20. That $100,000 grows to about $260,000. Same money, same rate. One decision of when to begin created more than $400,000 in difference. That gap was not created by a bad investment. It was created by waiting. And on the income track, that same $100,000 at 10% is generating $10,000 a year, $2,500 per quarter deposited to your account while you wait for conditions to feel right. Every year you delay is a year of income you did not receive, and a year of compounding you did not get back. Time is the one resource you cannot buy more of. I've been through this before. In 2008, when Lehman Brothers collapsed and markets were dropping sharply every week, everyone around me was waiting for certainty to return. I just asked one question and moved forward while others were frozen. That decision shaped the next chapter of this company. A few years later, I looked at a property that had been on the market for over 200 days. No offers. Every investor had passed. I anchored my attention on what was actually there, not on the fear of what wasn't. I moved forward again. That property became part of an emerging corridor in less than 2 years. And I didn't predict that. I just refused to wait. Most people spend $25,000 a year on things they can't remember buying a year later. That's the invisible cost of not starting. Money that moved through their hands without ever being deployed into something that compounds. The wealthiest investors I know are not the ones who made the biggest single bet. They're the ones who started earlier than felt comfortable and stayed consistent longer than felt necessary. They built wealth while others were calculating, watching, and waiting for the right moment. Wealth is built by the people who take action when others sit on the sidelines. That's not a saying. That's the pattern I've watched play out across 18 years and over 1,000 transactions. I'm not telling you to rush into anything without doing your homework. Homework matters, but homework has a completion point. At some point, you have enough information to decide. Continuing to gather information beyond that point is not caution. It's delay wearing the disguise of diligence. If you've asked the hard questions and received honest answers, if you understand the structure, the asset backing, the track record, if Freedom Notes fits your timeline and your capital situation, then the thing standing between you and starting is not information, it's fear. And fear has never built a passive income stream for anyone. Chaos doesn't determine your future. Your reaction to it does. In one of our next videos, I want to talk about what a diversified approach to investing actually looks like, and why predictability and stability are not boring. They're the architecture of lasting wealth. Go to chatwithfreedom.com, and if you've done the research and you're ready to have that final conversation, we're ready to. No pressure, just an honest next step. I hope this was helpful, and I hope we have the opportunity to work together.